What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'm out here with my ZD Racing Pirates 2 1/8 scale, and this came as a roller. I just added my own electronics and all to it and made this thing my own. I made it a punch buggy. It's a Volkswagen Monster punch buggy. And you guys can see I put my Frequent Flyer RC logos all over it. And I came out here to test it with this Lipo battery. I actually ran this Lipo pack on my 1/10 scale ZD Racing, and it proved to be too much for it. It was too powerful. This is the highest C rating I've run in it. This is going to be the highest C rating I have run on this thing. So hopefully this one doesn't. Well, I know this one isn't going to suffer the same fate as the other one. This one is a little more ready for 3S. I've actually run 5S on this thing. I usually run 3, 4, and 5S on this thing. But this is the highest C rating in a 3S that I've run on it. This is the biggest pack that I've run. My ZD Racing 1/10 scale, I thought that the grub nut came loose on it, but it was actually the slipper clutch. The slipper clutch was plastic and it actually melted it down. I'm guessing a combination of the weight of this and the high C rating proved to be too much for it. Melted the center diff. Well, not a center diff, it's a slipper clutch on that. So I did order some metal parts for it, and so hopefully that'll come soon, and I'll test that again with this battery to see how it is. It was willing on demand. I'm expecting this to willy on demand with this battery as well. rclipobattery.com is the name of this battery pack. Well, that's the website for this battery pack, but it's called RC Lipo Battery. That's the brand name. And so I'm testing it out. Oh, one other thing to note, I actually binded this thing to this little transmitter. This is the transmitter from the Turbo Racing C71, I think it's called. It's the 1/76 scale sports car, the new sports car from ZD Racing, and I love it, and I really like this transmitter. So I had one of those little receivers laying around. One of the Turbo Racing 1/76 cars, two of them actually that I have, came with a spare receiver that you can throw into an RC car, and so I did that twice. I did that with my ZD Racing 1/10 scale, and I also did it with this ZD Racing 1/8 scale, and I binded it to this transmitter. And so it has the throttle limiter and all of that stuff on there that I like. I was hoping that the channel 3 and 4 was going to enable me to turn the lights on and off on this, because it has lights on channel 4 on this thing. But I think you have to have the signal wire and have some other kind of setup in order for that to work, because it does nothing for this. But this is a pretty decent transmitter. I like this transmitter, so we're going to run it with this transmitter. So let me stop talking and let's get this thing up and running. So I have another one, my RC Lipo battery pack already in there. So let me just plug it in and then we're going to run it. Okay, so battery pack might, oh, I got it on 20%. There we go. I had the throttle on 20% throttle. Ooh. So we're at 100%, and it willies on demand, as I thought it would. turn radius isn't that tight. Let me see if I can turn that up. The steering radius. Yeah, going wide turns. I don't remember the turns being this wide with the other transmitter, but it definitely has some punch though. I think that's this transmitter. Let's see if it's the steering. Let me make sure it's running straight. Nope, it's off to the side a little. Let me see. Okay, it's straight now. The turns seem a little wide with this transmitter though. It's definitely got some get up and go though. Oh! Almost flipped it over with the wheelie bar on it. Pretty punchy battery and all, but and it's got my front wheel ballooning like crazy. I made sure I put some Loctite on it. Whoa. Yeah, this high C rating is definitely making this thing a different animal. So I think I need to get some better tires for this thing. Because the ballooning is crazy. Definitely liking it though. Not liking the turning radius on this thing. With this transmitter, I think I gotta figure out what I can do about that. I can't even turn hard enough to get it to slide or anything. Almost did an endo with it. Okay, so I think I see what I wanted to see from it. This battery is definitely punchy. Doing 80C and all. Big difference from the 3S pack that I usually run on it. I usually run a 25C 3S pack on it. Pretty awesome battery pack. 5,500 milliamp hour. 80C. Thanks for watching.